I don't usually watch AEW, but I thought since I'm already reviewing Raw and NXT, I might as well review Dynamite as well. So here is a review from the June 14th episode of Dynamite. So the match started off with Adam Cole versus MJF in a World Championship Eliminator match. So basically, if Cole beats the champion MJF, he gets a future title shot. Whereas if MJF wins, then he goes to the back of the line. Now, the moment they started off this pay-per-view, a main event caliber match as the opening match, and I heard the ring announcer say 30-minute time limit, I knew where this was headed. I knew it was going to be a time limit draw. It wouldn't make sense for them to have MJF beat Adam Cole. He just returned. He's got the momentum. And meanwhile, you can't have MJF beaten that easily either. So I could see where this was going. It turns out I was right. It was a time limit draw, and what a great match it was. Yeah, I just thought it was really interesting the way MJF made the referee remove his jacket towards the beginning of the match. The way uh, the showmanship was just really great heel stuff. Loved how he just like went into the crowd at one point during the match, fucked up some guy's glasses, threw someone's popcorn. He even got busted open at one point. And okay, now this is something I've never really seen before. So at one point the referee did get knocked out. MJF brought in the AEW World Title to use against Adam Cole. He saw the referee was starting to get back up on his feet, so he threw the title to Adam Cole and pretended like Cole had used it against him, Eddie Guerrero style. But here's the thing, the referee actually fell back down and didn't get up. And so MJF's plan backfired. Cole used the belt against him. It was just something I've never seen before in wrestling. And towards the end, that diamond ring spot where MJF tried to use a diamond ring, the referee stopped him, and then Adam Cole was able to, you know, do his thing, and he almost pinned MJF 1, 2, 3, but the bell hit its time limit draw at the 2 count. So close. Cole, of course, asked for 5 more minutes. MJF left. Classic heel stuff. Just wow, what a great match. What a great finish. Amazing. Great way to start off Dynamite. We then got a promo video of CM Punk. So this was hyping up the new Collision show. It was also announced after that CM Punk and FTR would team up to take on Bullet Club Gold's Jay White and Juice Robinson, and they would be joined by Samoa Joe as well. Sammy Guevara also made his return after this. He came to the ring, got a promo, announced he got a new baby girl. Darby Allin then came out and questioned Guevara should still be in the Jericho Appreciation Society, to which Chris Jericho then came out. So Jericho came out with a bat, looked really cool, tried to ensure Guevara remains loyal to him. Sting came out then. Looks like we may get a future tag team match, Darby Allin and Sting versus Jericho and Guevara. There was a cool segment where Sting and Jericho were pointing the baseball bats at each other's throat. It was just really cool. There was then another video package promo where the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Sanada was making an open challenge. Then we proceeded to an 8-man tag team match. It was the Embassy versus Sting, Darby Allin, Keith Lee, and Orange Cassidy. Probably the best part of this match was when they did that 4-man powerbomb. It took all 4 people of the Embassy to powerbomb Keith Lee off the top rope. That was really cool. And of course, Team Sting won. We then see a backstage segment where the Gun Club challenged the Hardys next week. They say they're the best brother tag team in AEW. So I guess this match is to find out who really is the best brother tag team. We then got a TNT title match, Wardlow versus Jake Hager. Wardlow, of course, won, but then after the match, we see Christian and Luchasaurus attacked Arn Anderson, Wardlow's manager. Backstage, Wardlow then ran to the back to take care of business. We then see another top NJPW star, Hiroshi Tanahashi, this time making a challenge to MJF for the AEW World title. After that, we see Renee Paquette interviewed MJF backstage, and he says no, he's not going to give a title shot. But of course, later on the show, we see that it is officially confirmed now. Orange Cassidy was also being interviewed backstage, and when he was interrupted by the New Japan Television Champion Zack Sabre Jr., who was then interrupted by Daniel Garcia, who wanted a shot at Darby Allin's title as well. So both of these men wanted Darby Allin. So both of these men wanted Orange Cassidy's title, but Cassidy just nonchalantly made a tag team match for next week between those two versus him and Shibata. There was then an AEW Women's World Title match. Sky Blue took on the champion Toni Storm, who was accompanied by Ruby Soho. There was an interesting spot where Toni Storm took her spray paint, so this is like Asuka's mist, and she was going to use it on Sky Blue, but Sky Blue had a mist, or rather a spray paint of her own. Of course, Toni Storm won and retained in traditional heel fashion. After the match, they tried to attack Sky Blue, but Willow Nightingale from New Japan came out to make the save. Looks like we're going to get a champion versus champion women's match at Forbidden Door, perhaps. Toni Storm versus Willow Nightingale. We then see a backstage segment where this is Jungle Boy accepting Sanada's open challenge. He's of course there with Hook as well next to him. Finally, it was the main event. Bryan Danielson was out for commentary, and the match was a six-man tag. Adam Hangman Page and the Young Bucks versus Blackpool Combat Club, particularly Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Constagnoli. The Elite won, and after the match there was this big brawl. All these superstars were coming out. Everyone was hitting their moves on each other. There was Takeshita, Eddie Kingston, Kenny Omega, and then finally the main spot of the match, Will Ospreay coming out and attacking Kenny Omega and standing tall, and that's pretty much how the show ended. So wow, what a good show. Really stacked show. Really enjoyed it. I don't watch AEW that much, but whenever I do enjoy watching them. They really do put on a good product. I can see why they really are, to a degree, competition to the WWE. Okay, that's all for Dynamite this week.